Yeah, so let's start this. How is everybody out there? Hey, I hope you're doing good. So, 2019 was a good year for movies. For me, actually. Like, I quite enjoyed most of the movies. Yeah, especially Parasite. Parasite was out of this world, man. Parasite was my favorite movie of 2019, probably. Followed by, I don't know, followed by probably, let me think, The Lighthouse, like Uncut Gems, Knives Out, and let me check my list. Where the fuck it is? Wait. Just a second. Ford versus Ferrari. Fuck, how can I forgot? Ford versus Ferrari. Christian Bale, Matt Damon. Pretty good. Marriage Story. Like, I'm an Adam Driver fan, so I'll watch probably everything he's in. Yeah, so in this video we'll be covering my most anticipated movies of this year, 2020. So I'll be kicking off the list with number 10 will be The Gentleman, yeah, by Guy Ritchie. Obviously, the director Guy Ritchie. I'm a big fan of Guy Ritchie since Lock, Stock, and Smoking Two Barrels. Snatch. Probably the fan of his earlier work, Snatch, and what was another movie? I'm forgetting. Let me see the IMDb. Guy Ritchie. The Sherlock Holmes movie. I don't like his recent work, especially King Arthur, Aladdin, The Man from Uncle. The Man from Uncle is like somewhere in the middle, but especially after Rock and Roller. After Rock and Roller, I don't think I followed much of his work, but definitely looking forward to Gentleman. It's like the Guy Ritchie is going back to his roots again, and I want to see that especially. And the cast looks solid as well. Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam, so Jeremy Strong as well, Colin Farrell. Yeah, pretty much an A-list. So I'm looking forward for this movie. Yeah, so moving on. So what do we have on number 9? On number 9 we have Wendy. Have you all seen a movie called Beast of the Southern Wild? It's like amazing. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. The director's name, it's Ben Zetlin. Yeah. So he didn't direct any movie, I think, after 2012. So, yeah, so he's coming back after 8 years. So pretty high hopes from the movie. Amazing trailer. Yeah, let me check what else good came in 2012 actually, because 2012 Beast of the Sun was quite high on my list. Let me see any good came in 2012. Yeah, Dark Knight Rises, Looper, yeah, Looper, Argo. Yeah, now I remember 2012. Beast of the Southern Wild was quite high. I still remember quite high on my list. I posted this movie on my page, on my Facebook page as well. Yes, I remember. Definitely do. Yeah, so moving on. On number 8, we have The Woman in the Window by Joe Wright. Yeah, let me check. Yes, by Joe Wright. I forgot his name actually. Yeah, he's the same guy who made Darkest Star in 2017, the movie which got Gary Oldman his long overdue Oscar, man. Seriously. The movie was brilliant, man. Straight out brilliant. The wordplay in the movie, like the wordplay is the only thing that carries the movie. I mean, there's no action, there's no suspense or thrill. It's just pure dialogue, which gave me the chills. So yeah, I'm like looking forward to his next directorial feature, which is The Woman in the Window, and starring Amy Adams as well. Amy Adams is one of my favorite actresses, and you know, the last time I saw Amy Adams was in a series. Let me just Google it. Amy Adams. I forgot the name of that series. Sharp Objects. Yes, yes. Sharp Objects. Really, really underrated TV series, mini series, whatever you call it. It's brilliant and you should definitely give it a watch. Yes, so on number 8, we have The Women in the Window, and I'm looking forward watching it. So, yeah, on number 7, we have Top Gun Maverick. It's a pretty straightforward choice for me because I'm a Tom Cruise fan, like since childhood. I'm a fan, and whatever he does, I'm watching it. I'm definitely watching it. And like I don't even remember the last time I saw Top Gun. And still Top Gun Maverick is on the list, man. It's funny. I don't care if he's flying fighter planes. I don't care if he's flying choppers. It's Tom Cruise, man. He's the coolest guy in the world. But jokes apart, I'm like really excited for this movie. One more reason I'm excited for this movie because it has Miles Teller in it, and I'm like quite looking forward. And like I really like Miles Teller. Whiplash is like my favorite movie of all time. All time, like it's on the top spot right now. And I'm fascinated by the actor. I'm looking forward to what he's going to do next. And with Tom Cruise on board and with this huge sequel, I think it's going to deliver. And yeah. On number 6, we have the highly anticipated sequel, A Quiet Place 2 by John Krasinski. Yes, he's back on the director's chair. The trailer looks good, man. The trailer looks good, and things are getting started exactly from where it ended in the previous one. I really like when this happens in movies. That's the reason I like the Bond trilogy, because everything that is happening in the movie, you need to watch the previous one just to watch the next one, because they are so well interconnected to each other that you cannot take your eyes off from every detail. That's the whole purpose of a sequel. So that's it. Now, moving on to the top 5. Yes, let's move on. On number 5, we have No Time to Die, the James Bond flick by Kerry Fukunaga. Yes, let's talk about it. See, a lot to anticipate from this movie. Starting from the director, I'm a big fan and big admirer since the days of True Detective season 1. Like, it's the best fucking TV series ever made for me, actually. Like, and after a disappointing movie Spectre, this has a lot riding on its shoulders. They just simply cannot spoil this perfect sending off for Daniel Craig. Like, There's no way you can do that. Like, I'm really hoping that this will be a perfect send off for Daniel Craig. Like, he deserves it, man. He deserves it. So, on number four, we have Mank from David Fincher. So, I don't know much about Mank apart from that it's been directed by David Fincher. I don't know the story. Let me just. I think it has to do something with Citizen Kane, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Or let me just open the IMDb. Yeah. So Fincher is back after like 6 years or something. Like he directed in 2014 or like I don't know. Gone Girl was his last movie. Yes. So I'm pretty happy to see him back. Like high hopes. Fincher is the all-time best directors out there. Totally, the guy is a genius basically. So pretty high hopes from the movie. And by the way, I forgot Gary Oldman is in the title role. So on number three, we have Dune by Denis Villeneuve. Yes, Villeneuve. Let me tell you first, I don't know shit about this movie, except the fact that it's been directed by Villeneuve. And just look at the cast, man. Timothy, Rebecca Ferguson, Jason Momoa, Khal Drogo, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Dave Bautista, Javier Bardem, and probably who's left? Jesus. I don't know. Like, holy shit. This cast is nuts. So I don't know much about this movie apart from that it's a space epic or something like that. But I'm a big fan of Villeneuve, like since the days of Prisoners. Then I saw Enemies and I was blown. I was blown. And then I saw Blade Runner 2049, which was such an underrated movie. Like, it was so good and it bombed at the box office. Like, I don't know how that happened. Like, it was a major, major disappointment. But the movie was good. The movie was so good. So, obviously, I have high hopes from the movie. And so I'm excited, I'm thrilled, and I'm waiting for this movie. On number two, we have The French Dispatch by Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson is like a really special director to me. His movies are so special, man, so unique. They have so much of heart. Like, and the use of frames is insane, man. Wes Anderson is a genius. He knows how to use a frame. Everything is so unique and like so beautiful, so meaningful, and so deep at the same moment. It gives me chills. And his filmography speaks for itself. Like Rushmore, I remember Rushmore. Rushmore, Isle of Dogs recently, like Isle of Dogs. Isle of Dogs made $67 million on the box office. Like Isle of Dogs, like can you believe it? The Budapest Hotel, Moonrise Kingdom. Moonrise Kingdom was awesome. He's awesome, man. In a nutshell, he's awesome, and there's always something special about his movies. And you'll always walk out with a smile on your face. That I'm pretty sure. Finally. On number one, we have Tenet by Christopher Nolan, obviously. So I knew nothing about the movie. I know the Starcast, like you always keep an eye on what's happening with the Christopher Nolan movie. And one day, I was sitting in the home and boom, the trailer is out. Trailer is good, and it doesn't reveal anything, and that's the way it should be. Like, it's really important. These days trailers are so bad that they reveal the whole movie, and there's no point going out there and watch it. Like, it sucks. But some say it is based in the Inception world, some say it is a whole new original idea. But seriously, I don't care. Like, there is a line in the trailer, it's like, don't try to understand it, feel it. So let's just wrap this up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.